I built an AIQA assistant. The input for the same was a feature or a PR. The output was missing test, edge cases, and regression risk. It looked very good at first, but then I built Evals. I stopped judging the polished output it gave to me and I started judging the actual behavior of the assistant. And to be honest, results were quite embarrassing. It did not fail by looking stupid, it failed by looking too complete. The evaluation dataset had 5 cases, each with hidden production risk. They were not invented randomly. In banking and fintech, I have seen versions of these failure classes in real system. They usually work fine in isolation, but when it comes to real production flows, they fail terribly. For example, scenarios are the discount rule making the final price 0. Second example would be payment retry creating duplicate processing. Then it could be access rule changing with a session state and so on. So you can think of that these are the scenarios which real production system carry. And the evaluation data set was created to check whether AI thinks like a senior QA with production experience or not. After all, prompting is amateur mode. Evaluations are engineering mode. Let's get into a quick demo and understand this with the help of AIQA Assistant. You can see AIQA Assistant is there, and this is our feature description. Basically, it's a retry scenario in case of a failed payment. You can paste any feature or PR summary, and our AIQA Assistant is going to analyze the requirement and generate the test cases for us. But before generating the test cases, let's also see the validation baseline for what we are validating everything against. So Promptfoo is the library which I'm using essentially for sourcing my ground truth and then validating. So these are my evaluation cases. You can see my evaluation cases are payment retry must surface duplicate charges. Then it has coupon stacking must catch 0 or negative order totals. These are the real-time system scenarios which occur in day-to-day testing. If you have ever worked on the payments gateway system, if you have not, then maybe you have encountered some other sort of cases in your own domain. So these are the evaluation cases we can define, and this list will continue growing as you test more and more of your system. Then I also have an evaluation evidence where we will be running the Promptfoo eval, and it will validate everything against these set of test cases. And in last, we will also see a embedded evaluation report. So let's run this analyze and let's see what AI generates the test cases for us and how it is against this feature description. So you can see that verify that a payment gateway timeout on the first attempt, the front end automatically retries the payment after 3 seconds. Then it has also written some edge cases. It has also written some regression risk. The checkout flow order creation and payment submission logic may be affected, causing duplicate order or charges. So it has considered many things, critical risk to not miss and everything. But then let's see how well it is performing against our baseline. So I'm just clearing our evaluation artifact and running the Promptfoo evaluation once again. So you can see this is running the command Promptfoo evaluation, and we will also be getting a latest report.html, and we are using version 25.9.0. It is executing in batches, so it is running 4 at a time and then running 8 test cases in total. So let's see how everything is working. And now you can see that this is the moment that only 4 test cases of AI got passed, 4 actually failed. Why they failed? Because our evaluation criteria says something against the generated test cases. So here you can see payment retry must surface duplicate charges. The test scenario verify that a payment gateway timeout triggers and automatically retry after exactly 3 seconds, confirm that the retry uses the same order detail and does not create duplicate change order. So this got failed. Similarly, few other test cases are failed. And now we can also see a complete report that how exactly the scenarios have been failed. You can see this list of failed cases along with regression, critical, what are failed. So these things you can verify against your evaluation checklist, and then you can modify your test cases accordingly. Or if you want to, you can include this report test cases into your original set of test cases, and then you can be double sure that, okay, everything is passing from your evaluation criteria itself. So this is the whole point of evaluation criteria, which we want to run. This is something which is going to give us confidence that, okay, whatever is being AI generated is also being evaluated. Before evals, I had opinion. After evals, I have evidence. With evals, you can confidently say that AI passed this case, AI was failing in this case, and it is constantly missing this particular risk type. AI gets better with this prompt change, but it gets worse after this model change. This is how AI actually becomes engineering. If you are using AI without evals, you are actually trusting a confident intern who never gets reviewed. No serious QA team should ever work like that. As AI is entering into requirements, coding, testing, and trial CI, the question is now completely changed. We are just not testing the app anymore. We are also testing the AI, which is actually helping in building and test the process of the app itself. AI replaces some of our execution pain points, but then it creates a new problem altogether. Who is going to test the AI? If you are figuring this out, subscribe. I'm Samaj, having 13 plus years in QA across banking and fintech. I build experiments, test this tool, and report back honestly so you don't have to figure it out all alone. Subscribe for more.